Hi everyone, you're watching Campus France. Thanks a lot to be there with us. Today we are going to discover Montpellier Business School, MBS, a French business school. If you want to study in the finance, marketing and other subjects such as digital transformation or international business, you're at the right place. During this live session we are going to discover the school, to talk about the different class you can have and the different MSc you have, and to answer all your questions today. I'm very pleased to welcome Gaelle Enjalric. Hi.
Hello.
You're the admission manager at Montpellier Business School, and just in front of you we have Meriem Betina. Hi.
Hello.
You're a MSc alumni. My first question is really easy for you, Meriem. Can you introduce yourself in few words?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Meriem Betina. I'm Algerian. I'm a graduate student from Montpellier Business School. I did there a master in science and marketing. So in 2016, and after the graduation, I start to work here in France. I'm a lead business analyst working for Capgemini Financial Services at DCX, Digital Customer Experience. Capgemini is a leader in consulting, technology services and digital transformation. I speak 4 languages: French, English, Chinese and Arabic.
Okay.
And thank you for inviting me, and I'm very happy to share my experience with the audience today.
That's a pleasure, and we are going to discover your experience and what you did at the school. Same question for you, Gaelle. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Gaelle Enjalric. I'm the admission manager for Montpellier Business School. I'm also a graduate of Montpellier Business School. I did a double degree program. So I got an MBA in the US. I worked 4 years in the US for the Global Funds in partnership with the World Health Organization. I worked then after that 1 year in La Réunion Island on a European Union funded project. And then I decided to come back to Montpellier Business School to participate in the development of my school.
Okay, so it was a comeback in your past. Can you present in few words MBS, what it is and what we can study there?
So Montpellier Business School has now more than 120 years of expertise. It has been founded in 1897. We are a business school, so we teach management, business, finance, as you said, marketing. We have the Triple Crown accreditations, so we are in the top 1% of best business school in the world. We have EQUIS, ACSB and Mbsu. We welcome around 3,600 students, among which 1,200 are international students. And we believe in values as diversity, openness, global performance and responsibility. Which we taught in our classes. You can find those values in our research activities, and all those values contribute as well in bringing our students to the employability rate of 95% of our students which are employed before graduation.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a good rate, and we promote that in the school. We think that's our goal as well, to make sure that our students find the employment that they wish at the end.
To know more about the school, we are going to watch a little trailer to discover MBS, and we will be back just after that. C'est bien.
Moi, ça va. L'objectif, c'est
Dans 10 secondes.
Très bien.
Thanks a lot to be there with us to discover MBS. If you have questions, you can ask them on the chat. We will answer them during this session. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but I will ask you the question. Where is Montpellier Business School located?
So Montpellier Business School, it's in south of France, in the city called Montpellier, as we have the same name, Montpellier Business School. In Montpellier, it's in south of France, on the seashore. We are 10 minutes away driving from the sea. We are 3 hours from Paris in train, 1 hour and 30 minutes by plane, and we are also 3 hours driving from Barcelona in Spain. So we are very well located. The weather is also something that usually most of the students enjoy. And it's the 7th largest city in France. It's a city in which you have a strong student life. It even has been elected as the 4th best student city in France by the magazine L'Étudiant in 2020. So it's a very dynamic city. And Meriem, maybe she knows as well. She has lived in Montpellier.
Yeah, how is life at Montpellier? Because it's not a well-known city for international students, I suppose, but it's a really great city.
Yeah, what I want to add, what Gaelle presented, it's very student city. So the majority of the people who are living there are students. So which is very nice that you can meet many international students and local French students. What I want also to mention, Montpellier is very lovely and beautiful city with historical part like medieval streets. The weather is super nice there, so you can walk between the streets or use the public transportation. You have the tram. You can also take a ride bicycle if you like it, and it's also full of coffee, bars, restaurants, shops. So it's also touristic. Montpellier is more known as touristic area, so it's really enjoyable to live there.
So we have a great city, a great school, and what can we do? You have 5 MSCs. Can you present them?
Yes, so we have 5 MSCs in different subjects. We have one in finance, marketing, international business, business excellence, and also digital transformation. We have special specialization under those. I don't know if we'll develop afterwards, or do you want me to?
Yeah, you can develop.
Okay.
You can develop.
Okay. So finance, we have basically the first semester will be a common finance classes, and then the second semester students will go into different specialization. So we have advanced finance, responsible finance, innovative finance, and as well energy and environmental finance. We have marketing. Marketing, you have advanced marketing. You have marketing in tourism and hospitality marketing, food and wine management, and as well the last one, which is which one?
Digital transformation.
Digital transformation will be in the digital transformation, and then we have also the data science, big data, and artificial intelligence, and then business excellence for supply chain management and lean operations management, and then one which is more generalist for students who have no knowledge in business before and want to learn more about that, the MSc in International Business.
Meriem, you why did you choose your MSc? It was marketing?
Yeah, exactly.
Why did you choose to study marketing
So
at MBS?
Okay, it was for a very different reason. The first one, I want to expand my knowledge in marketing. And having also a French and European degree, it's very important to have a master degree and have all the accreditation that the school is having. I want also to have an English taught program, knowing that the English is the first business language, so it was very important for me to continue, and I knew that will help me for my career. And the other one, it was international, so I knew that I will meet different people from different area, which I want to do for my MSc.
And what did you do before the MSc?
So before, I have a very typical, let's say, experience. I was having a bachelor degree in a business school in Algeria. Then I started to work after around a year and a half or 2 years. I want to have a little bit more international experience. So I went to China, where I've been studying 2 years Chinese. I also do an internship there, and then after doing the internship, I was looking for a job. There, I realized like to have a key position in a big multinational and big companies, you must have a master degree. So this is why I start to look for a master degree, and I choose Montpellier Business School. I moved to France, starting by Montpellier, where I did my master degree, and then internship, and now I'm working in Paris.
And in which language or languages are the class taught?
So only in English. The MSCs are fully taught in English, and you have also a part of the program some French language courses. So it also helped. The goal is to help students to integrate in France. So they have some French classes, but only for the language part.
Let's talk now about the admission, and if you have questions about MBS and the MSc, you can keep on asking them on the chat. What are the different requirements to apply to the MSc in terms of diploma and background?
So that will depend first of your bachelor degree. If you have a 3 years bachelor degree, we'll ask you to apply to the pre-MSc program. So it's 3 months before the MSc program. So it starts in June. You have 3 months where you have 2 months of online courses in June and July. And then August will be face-to-face courses in Montpellier. And then you go to the MSc program. If you have a bachelor of 4 years, you go directly and apply directly to the MSc program, and you start your program in September. So in addition to the degree, either the bachelor of 3 years or 4 years, we ask for your transcript, an English level. So you need to have a Ielts at 6 or TOEFL or TOEIC requirements as well. And we'll ask you also to take the interview. So the interview will basically focus on the soft skills of the candidates. So we ask them, we want to check their abilities of adaptation, of communication, all those that creates who you are and your different experiences.
And concretely, how does it look, the admission and this interview?
For me, I was well prepared. I prepared like the common question before. Why the school? Why the MSc? Why you coming to France? So what I would suggest to the student really to prepare those common questions. It's also about motivation. You need to show your motivation, why you want to do this MSc and why you choose, especially the MSc. For example, for me, marketing in Montpellier Business School. The other topic that I want to say also is to know a little bit about your professional project, how you see yourself maybe in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years after the graduation, how you can see yourself. And the last point, I would say, just be yourself, because for me it was very, I would not say easy, stressing as any interview, but just express yourself and what you want to do and how you see yourself. Yeah, be yourself.
And on those requirements, we have put in place at the school some training sessions for the entrance exam. So the next one is next week, February 17th. So that will be a training given to the candidates on the English, how to prepare if you need to prepare, how to prepare the interview, what you focus on, how you can prepare yourself, and the next one is next week. So that's maybe a good advice if some candidates want to train before taking the real exams.
We have a question coming from the chat, and thanks for your question, from Mohamed. He's asking, is it possible to apply without the IELTS? I think
IELTS.
it's
IELTS.
okay.
Yeah,
I don't have it, but it's an English test.
It is possible. So for the English test, either you have one, or we give you the opportunity to take the test with us for free. So we have needed a test that has been developed with the platform Easy Speaking. So we send them the link and they take the test online when they want. They have 5 days to take the test once we send the link. And also on the MSc program, we are giving an exemption for the English test for students who are English native speaker. So if you are from a country where English is one of official language, you are not forced to take the test.
Okay. Let's talk now about the calendar. What are the different steps and what is the date to apply?
So the exams, the entrance exam have been open since November, last November. And for the pre-MSc, so if you have a bachelor of 3 years, it will be open until April. And to apply for the MSc program, it will be open until June. So it's an ongoing process. So the good thing is that there's no specific deadline. You can train and then take your test. We are able to give the admission results in 2 weeks approximately.
Okay. What would be your advice, Meriem, to do a good application?
Yeah, first of all, I would say the preparation, as I mentioned just before, like you really need to prepare the common questions, like why the school, why the MSc, why France. Also, you need to show your motivation, why you want to come here, and what is your professional project. It's also important to know how this MSc program will help you in your future career. And the last one, really be yourself. Tell them about your experience, your motivation, and what you really want.
There is something interesting in what Meriem says, is that you need to show how it can help you in your future professional life, because when you're applying for a graduate an undergraduate program, sometimes you don't know what you want to do in the future, and the school say that's not a big deal because you will discover and you will find yourself during the undergraduate classes. For the MSc, you have to know what you want to do in the future.
It's a good point. Basically, the MSc are specialized programs. So you need to explain why this specialization will help you in the future. You don't need to be 100% sure, but the jury will need to feel what's your plan, what's your project, how you thought about that project for yourself. So it's not a mandatory aspect, but it shows that you're mature enough to follow also the program.
And we can now talk about pedagogy. What are the different courses of the MSc?
So the pedagogy of the MSc, it's learning by doing.
Okay.
So a lot of classes are group project, and Meriem will speak about that also, I guess, but it's also a group project, a lot of doing case studies, business projects, and also we really implement and we push the interaction between the students and the companies. So for instance, in the next month, we'll have the director of a big partner that will come in the class of the MSc Marketing. It's the director of BNP Paribas, which is one of our partners. And they come, and so they interact, they share their advice, their experiences, and we do that a lot also with the help of the Career Center. That's our way also to give opportunities to our students.
What would be the balance between theory and practice? Is it like more practice than theory, or for instance, I think that in digital transformation, it could be a lot of case study, but in marketing you have a lot of theory. How is it organized?
It's more practical. Most of the time, the first semester will be more classes with theory. And then the second semester, with the specialization, doing more business project and group works. But right away, the students do say it when they arrive. They say, "Oh, right away, it's a lot of group works," because we push that a lot to help them also to be able to work a lot in group for their future career as well.
What was your favorite class?
So I would say I had many courses and classes that I liked. If I have to choose one or two, I would talk about digital transformation and also digital marketing. I really like the concept of teaching, because they give us debates regarding actual theoretical and practical concepts. So we had to debate with the group, working with the group with different people from different countries, like debating together, interacting together. That was very interesting. I really liked also graphic design, because we learn how the visual messages could be translated, or the meaning of images, colors, shapes. It was very interesting, and we had 2 evaluations. First one was to create a personal brand, so it was very challenging for us to really explain why we choose this color, this shape, what is the meaning, what is the message behind this brand. And the second one was a group work that helps you to create a brand for a company. It's also what I want to say. It's real cases, like strategic marketing. I'm talking about it. It gave us she gave us a real business cases for companies, and we worked on them. So it was very interesting. And the last point, which I really liked, it was the Intrapreneurial Project. So we were 4 people, 2 from the MSc Marketing and 2 from the MSc Finance. And we had to work on an idea or on project that we could do a kind of startup. So we choose one project with my classmate, and we got very good score. Even our mentor, our professor, he suggests to us to really give us a kind of invest on this idea. But at that time, we were saying like, yeah, let's maybe finish the study, maybe look for a job. If we don't find job, so in that case, let's go back to our project. And at the end, the 4 of us found the job. So
but it was
yeah.
like
but
an
it was
opportunity
yeah. We're still thinking, like we still sometimes think about the idea, but you know, when you start to work, then you move on.
There is something really interesting in the MSc, and you talked a bit about that before, the idea of the soft skills. And you help students to develop soft skills. Can you maybe explain for the viewers who don't know that, what are the soft skills and how do you help them to develop it?
So soft skills, what we call soft skills, is all about your being as well. So we develop it through teaching method and as well classes such as communication, negotiation, being able to classes working on cultural and background diversity. So it's basically creating atmosphere and situation where the students are working together in group with different culture. So we have like in the MSc 1 year ago, we had 50 different nationalities. So students are working within their group. It's almost people and students coming from different countries. So they learn the different culture. They learn how to interact with each other. How can maybe students can be more better in one task. So that's how we push them to work on their soft skills. That's how you develop them.
We have a question coming from the chat. Do you have postgraduate program?
This is like a doctorate, like a PhD. PhD we do. We do have one. It's a DBA, and basically can be found also on the website.
Okay.
The DBA, we don't have one specific. They try to adjust depending of the project of the person who asking.
What was the impact of the sanitary crisis in the pedagogy of MBS?
So we have been for more than 10 years. We already had a platform, a format of e-learning courses to also push the autonomy and the capacity of the students. So it was easy for MBS to switch more to the online courses. So we did that, and now we have the high flex courses where students can follow the courses either from their home or coming to face-to-face to the classes. So now we know with the COVID situations are different for different institutions, but at Montpellier we are now welcoming back the students with all the sanitary measures that we know, so half class or with the distance, and there's a rotation as well, but they are coming back on the campus, which we are pleased as member of the school and them as well. It's a good to see that happening now.
And you're also a COVID-19 test center?
Exactly. So we are a testing center. It's open for our students, for employees, for professors. It's 3 days a week. They can take a test if they need. It's a way also to be more responsible and to participate to participate in this risk control of the crisis. So it's our way to opt for that.
How is the student life at MBS?
It was very nice for me. I really enjoyed being student there during that period. So what I really appreciate is being with multicultural people and students from different countries. We were always organizing like almost each weekend a dinner to show our culture and to taste different foods. What I really also appreciate is also going out with all our students and enjoying the weather and the seaside.
And did you have some fears before coming in France, or how was it for you?
Yeah, of course. Everyone, I think each student like going abroad would have different fears about the country, about the language also. I was also a little bit afraid about the program, the level of classes and courses there. I was a bit afraid, but when I arrived, I realized like, no, it wasn't that difficult. I was also afraid about the administrative process. So we have the welcoming center at Montpellier Business School. Nasira and Vincent helped us a lot and telling us exactly the process, how to do it and when to do it, and it was very, very, very nice to have those kind of advices. But I think what I was really afraid is also the people, new culture, new and you're gonna see, especially in Montpellier, people are very lovely, friendly, welcoming. It's different. So yeah.
We have a question coming from the chat from a student who is actually studying in French language, and he wants to come to the MSc. Is it possible, or do you need a previous background in English?
No, it's you don't need a previous background in English. They can come and study in English. The only requirement will be to have the level in English to be able to study. So the Ielts at 6, so level that we said. And if they don't have a previous English test, we can offer them to take the test with us.
And how do you help your students with all the different administrative procedures to come to France?
So we have a welcoming center, as Meriem said a bit with Nasira and Vincent. So the welcoming center, they will help them before arriving to France and also when they are in France. So before, it's contact on how to prepare your arrival, when are you going to arrive, so that we can plan the pickup, because we do that if we know when you arrive. They help them with the visa procedures as well. They help them in finding an accommodation. We have a specific platform called StudApart where all the students can have access to select the accommodation that they want even before arriving.
Okay.
So there's all these help before and after. When they arrive, we have an integration program. So they have like some French classes. We show them around the city so that they can familiarize themselves with the city. And during the program, this welcoming center will stay their contact. So if they have any issue, they need a doctor, they need help. They are most of the time the major contact. And they also help them when they arrive in France with all the, as we said, the procedures. So like the social security enrollment, to get like to make sure that they have all their papers in place, the bank account, to open a bank account, to open a phone line. So this is all the help that we provide, and this is also one of the benefits of being part of a business school such as MBS.
Was it easy for you, Meriem, to find an accommodation?
Yeah, for me it was very easy, and especially because I had the help of Vincent and Nasira from the welcoming center. They sent us before a list of accommodation. Maybe some people would like to rent a place or a dormitory. For myself, I choose dormitory. I want to be with the student. I don't want to be kind of alone in an apartment. So I think it was very nice, and also I want to be in the center, and I really find the accommodation that I want. It was okay and easy.
And how much does it cost, Gaelle, to study at MBS?
So if you join the MSc program, it's 13,900 euros for the entire program. So the entire program is 18 months. It's 9 months of courses, then the internship. And if you join the pre-MSc, it's 3 months more, and it's 18,900 euros.
Okay, and we have a question coming from the chat from Didi. Do you have and do you offer some scholarships?
We do. So our way of offering scholarship, we do that according to your admission results. So it's a scholarship up to 2,000 euros, and it depends on how well you have done on the admission results. So looking to your transcript, your interview, and your English test.
Okay. How was the integration process for you? Do you have like specific event? How are you integrated to the school?
Yeah, it was very, very nice. So we have different student association who would welcome you. I had some personal issues. I couldn't attend the first week of welcoming, but from my classmate, I know that it's happened very good, and it's also opportunity for you to talk to other students, and you can do the administrative process together. So it was nice. Even if I missed the two first weeks.
The integration program is really at the beginning of the program, so the first week of September. So if sometimes we do have some students who are a bit late in integrating, and if they miss that, the welcoming center will be with them, but they will not do like the fully 2 weeks of visit and group project. But we do have also, like on the student life, we have, as you said, like the associations in addition to the welcoming center, and there's one specific association called WorldCo, which is in charge of creating events and contact through the students with also the international students. We know that it's also like a fear of coming to a new country, but the fact that knowing that you're not alone, because we have 1,200 students, international students in Montpellier Business School, so you're not alone. There's a specific team dedicated to you and making sure that you're well and you're going to arrive and everything will be in order. So it's also I think peaceful to know that, and this is also the benefit of joining a business school such as MBS, is that you have also those options and opportunities and care given to you.
And is it possible to do internships during the MSc?
Yes, it's even mandatory. It's part of the program. So you need to do an internship at the end of your program to validate your degree. It can be an internship, it can be a contract, like a work contract, but you need to validate at least 4 months of internship or work contract.
Okay,
yeah.
And do you have like a partner companies where your student can?
Yeah,
can
we do.
go?
We have partners. We have 50 what we call big partners. They are part of the school board, but we have like hundreds of different partners. And to help students to find an internship, a job, we'll have a career center. So we have one of the largest career center in France. We have a dedicated team. It's more than 25 counselors who are here to support students in their research, to train them before. So it's a before and after process. Before, like doing workshops to help them to build their resume, their cover letters, how to present yourself in an interview. And then it's also planning conferences and events to bring also companies to the students, so that they have the opportunity to connect. And it's also digital, as we see now, it's everywhere. So we have a specific platform called Job Teaser, where students can look for an internship, for a job. We have thousands of opportunities on the platform. So if basically they follow and they use all the tools, they increase their chance to get the job or the internship that they want.
Where did you do your internship, Meriem?
I did it at AXA. It's an insurance French company. I did it for 6 months. I was there at the client, the customer experience services. So, and I did it for 6 months. What I want also to add, what Gaelle was saying, we had the career center. They help you regarding your resume, your cover letter, and they coach you to do the interview for internship or maybe for job, for people who are also looking for job. job. It was very helpful for me, those kind of session, because at the beginning I remember when I started to apply for internship, I started very earlier on November. And the issue, I was always like sending my CV. For me, my CV was perfect. So I was just receiving rejection, and I couldn't understand. Like I had international experience, and I was speaking different languages. Then we had some coaching classes, and I remember the coach said, we all have a good CV. The most important is to make your CV from good to great. And this is what they teach us, really, to improve your CV, to adapt it to the specification of the country. Because, like, for example, in France, the CV, the resume is very different than US or Canada or other countries. So you need to know how to work on your CV, your resume, your way, how you introduce yourself also is important. And also to know more about the market, which kind of position they are looking for, and which kind of position you can apply. So for me it was very helpful, but I remember at the beginning I was receiving many rejection and I couldn't understand, and it helped me a lot. And then when I started to apply for internship, I got more than 10 offers in a big companies, and I had the choice to choose AXA.
So you help them with the soft skills, like finding a job or an internship is kind of the soft skill.
Yes, we.
Let's talk maybe about the job opportunities for students after the different MSCs. What can they do?
Oh, they can work depending of the MSc they followed. They can work in different field. The opportunity for the job, it depends like what they also wish to do. But with the MSc, they will try to stay in the specialization they have selected. So they can work, like I know in finance, they can work in bank, they can work in counseling companies, in marketing, they can work in luxury companies. This is those areas where obviously they need some specialists and experts in the field.
And do you have an idea of the average salary after for the first job?
So we did like every several years there's a ranking exactly. And so for Montpellier Business School, it's around $40,000 for the average income.
Okay.
So that depends what you know where you choose to do your first job and career.
What did you do after you graduated, Meriem?
So I started work just after the graduation. I had some months looking for a job. Then I joined Capgemini, which is one leader in consulting and technology services and digital transformation. I'm working for the D6 Digital Customer Experience practice, and it's very international company. We work also on the agility. You know, all the companies are like moving with this digital transformation. So it was very helpful for me, and I also just want to thank Marion Katarina, which is in charge of the career center, which also helped me a lot, because I know like after my internship there was a reorganization in the company, so I couldn't get a long-term contract, and I was a bit stressful about it, and she was like, I'm sure you're gonna do it, like just believe in yourself and continue. So I start to apply, and the same as internship, rejection, then I had many offers.
We're now at the end of this live. To conclude, I will ask you, boss, a very easy question. What is your last advice for our viewers who may hesitate to come and study in France? What would you want to say? Let's begin with you, Meriem.
Okay, so living in France, it's a very interesting country. It's also about the culture. You're gonna learn a lot about the history of the country, the culture. There is many monuments to visit, so it's very good for your personal knowledge also, not only about the study. Having also French diploma was very helpful for me to find. You can, if you are looking for a job in France or abroad, it's always French diploma, which is well recognized everywhere. I would also give some advices. I was a bit afraid about the courses level, so once I joined, I made friends directly, classmate. They help me, like sometimes we have group work, so we can help each other if it's a little bit difficult, but don't really be afraid about the level of courses. And the last point, it's really to have fun. Don't stay in your comfort zone. I mean, I met people from everywhere. I have friends from China, I have friends from Netherlands, I have friends from Latin America, from the US. So it's very exciting and challenging experience where you're gonna find and meet people from everywhere. And what the last advice, what I would also suggest, really to not stay in your comfort zone. Go to the others. Also to French people, it's maybe the opportunity for you to speak French, to learn another language and other skills.
Same question for you, Gaelle. What would be your last advice for the viewers?
I think she said it all, but I can add maybe be curious. Be curious, because that's how you will be able to use all the tools and have the most opportunities.
Okay, and if they want more information about MBS and the MSc, where can they go?
They can go on the website.
Okay.
They can have there directly any link they need if they need to speak to one of our managers, if they want to apply, if they want some specific brochures. It's all on the website. So MBS website.
It's just here. That's really the
Exactly.
technology.
Exactly.
Thanks a lot, Gaelle, Enjalric, and Meriem Betina for sharing today your experience of MBS. I hope that we answered all of your questions. If you still have questions, you can ask them on the chat. The team of MBS will keep on answering them. And if you want more information, you can go on the website of MBS. See you soon on Campus France.